What is up, my fellow Twebbians? I am Logan, the totally epic gamer, and today we're speedrunning Drought Palace. Now, Drought Palace is actually one of my favorite expeditions, although it is not one of the fastest generally for me. It's not something I'm super fast at, but I do really like it. Here you see I start off trying to get that quick hunter kill, end up not being able to secure it, but I did do a decent enough amount of damage that I was hoping that maybe he peeks himself out, maybe he runs to that barrel. It didn't cost me a lot of time, so I didn't feel too worried about it, and then I just sprint forward right away. Now, I do have one guy trailing me right now, and he'll be trailing me pretty much until the end of the game here, and I do leave him on purpose. He starts in a really awkward spot. I don't like having to chase him down, and I just hope that he follows up, as most enemies do in this game, to try and find me. And so I just keep moving forward towards the gate as per usual, you know, nothing crazy here, and I just keep pushing. When I get to this gateway here, you're seeing I now have 2-3 enemies behind me, and I just keep pressing forward. I can see that they're starting to pool up behind me. I'm leaving the stragglers, hoping that I'm saving enough time by moving forward that the stragglers will show up. They actually don't take cover generally behind anything, so here I pull up and I actually get good shots on them right away. One ends up taking cover, but it didn't cost me any actual time because the one that I left way at the beginning shows up a little bit later. Now, I have done that section a little bit faster, but even though it looks sloppy there, that's a decent time for me. 113 is not bad. I haven't done it too much faster, maybe 111, maybe 110. So leaving stragglers and waiting for them to come up will save you time. The thing that's tough about a lot of speedruns in this game is that it's very difficult to just time it out. So here, as always, start shooting right away. It doesn't matter because they actually leash based on where you walk in, so you just want to move as quick as possible. And you can see I just kind of keep going, try not to leave the bulwark, only because I actually don't want to die. Leaving a bulwark behind you is a great way to die. You know, they will come up behind you, and so you don't actually have to kill them off. They'll chase you forward. But if they get one shot off and then gets a couple of the marksmen in a speed run, you know, you have to complete the speed run, and that can be the difficult part if you leave a bulwark for too long. And here I get a really good cold snap. You're almost always going to want to save cold snap for that little area. It's the only section where they're all there, and I actually get miffed a little bit there because one enemy ended up just dying and I didn't kill it, so it must have hit a red explosive, so I got really lucky there, and I run straight in. Once those doors open, do not kill. Run right into the circle and start shooting. The real reason here is because you're on a 2-minute time trial. You just want to get into that as fast as possible. You cannot save time here. You can only make sure you don't lose time, as is with every time trial in these kind of like 2-minute sections. So I know that I just have to eat these 2 minutes, and I can't let anybody enter. I believe I let one person enter, and that's, you know, it only cost me like a quarter of a second. So nothing too crazy, but you know, you can do this part flawlessly. I shouldn't have had that mistake because I know how to cover that. And here I'm just trying to wait. I just don't want them to be shooting me. There's no real reason to kill them. I want to shoot things as soon as I can. I know that the right side's there, thinking maybe if I get some droppers, no big deal, and so I get them on the cross. And it's pretty easy. You don't need to kill any of the warriors. You just really have to kill the melee creeps and the bulwark creeps. And the real reason is because it doesn't matter if any enemies are alive. It's a 2-minute timer through and through. So as long as they don't enter, you are A-okay. And here, you know, I just hate the flame. Just covers up my whole screen. But generally a pretty basic part of the run here. And a lot of this run is just literally that. Running, and that's the unfortunate part. It's not, you know, really good shot placement. It's just making sure that you get the kills and run as close as you can to the next gate as possible. And here, that should be getting pretty close to the end there. I think I have one more wave, and you'll see I turn around really quickly to make sure that I'm at the gate as soon as possible. But the next section is where you can save a lot of time, and it's definitely where I lost the bulk of mine for a really strong time. I think this was 4th when I recorded this, so you know, it was still a decent time then, but it could have been 5th. I'm not 100%. Generally I hit about 4th on the world run record, so nothing too crazy there, but I could have definitely shaved some seconds here had I done a little bit better on this next section, and I'm going to explain why when we get there. And you see it's about to end here. It's been almost, my 2-minute timer's over, and I know that's the last wave, even though I throw it down, turn around right away, and as long as I get there right as the doors open, I've lost 0 seconds there. And I actually didn't let anybody in, so it was good. I thought I let in a quarter of a second guy. Here you just keep going forward, nothing too crazy there. And this section is the 5 captain section. Fairly difficult in terms of doing it perfectly, I found, but there is an easier way to do it. Of course, the option right away is blitz them. the waves are going to hit you no matter what. You need to get rid of these Kang destroyers right away. If one of them gets Sanctuary, one of them gets Phoenix Heart, one of them gets some sort of healing, it sucks. It really is unfortunate, but you just have to accept it for what it is and just keep pushing forward. You can have a whole run ruined here by them getting Sanctuary or them getting Ice Orbs or Freezing Bullets or something of that nature, but you just have to accept it and move on, start blasting as quick as possible, stand near the gate, and start shooting. Now, there's something to be said here where standing near the gate is a bad idea, because as you're going to see, I'm going to double back for the Warriors. And for me, sometimes you get lucky and those Warriors will chase you. Sometimes they will hunker down, as they did this time, and that's what really killed me. Had they not hunkered down, which they don't always do, sometimes they will push you, but it's a very 50-50, you know, and you can actually just lose a lot of time here. I try to kill them as fast as possible. I get lucky on the rotate here. Sometimes they will literally just stay behind, so I actually got lucky there despite them ruining my timer there. That was about 20 seconds lost. Very unfortunate, but still overall a pretty good time for me, so it wasn't too bad. This section is quite easy. It's funny that it's the last section. Normally it's the hardest, but this section is quite easy. I jump down right away. I just start killing both sides before the boss spawns, make sure that I'm ready to go, turn for the boss, kill the boss, and then just keep going left and right, looking for a really good cold snap opportunity if one arises, letting one side pool up if I can, but there, no option. You know, I kind of just have to accept what I was given and roll with it. Didn't get any good cold snap opportunities. Didn't want to waste it knowing that my next section is about to come up and I could find an even better cold snap there. Kill the Broodmother right in the middle right away, hoping that the enemies pool. You see, I'll try and look for a cold snap here, I believe. And in that section, see, even that 4 is not really worth it. Sometimes you get lucky and they group well. I thought I found one here. I went for it. Nothing too special. And I'm going for the Venomous and just kind of clean up. Overall, an okay run. There's lots to improve on, but you know, much like with things like Time Worn Spire and Paxian Homestead, you can get really unlucky with the way they spread out, or Boomtown. And for me, I got a little unlucky. Overall, though, pretty good pathing. I felt really strong while running it. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked it. Leave it a like if you did. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And as always, guys, have a great day.